Okay. So, last class we discussed about the validity and reliability of that question paper and then grade transfer, all those things. Today, I discuss about that how to design, how to frame the question paper. Okay. So, as per the outcome based curriculum document, or if you think about that outcome based teaching. So, my question paper, whether it is assessment, summative assessment in the final semester, whether it is a mid semester question paper, class test, home assignment or project, everything must be oriented to the course goal or module goal. So, any goal must be there. So, if that my course has a goal which cannot be tested in end semester, so I will design a question paper which can be done in a project or which can be done in a assignment kind of things. So, course goal, my purpose is to collect the evidence of the learner competency on that course goal. So, now when you design a question paper, many of the time you have given some question writing which is not clear to the student what they have to answer. For example, see these slides. Suppose this is the question I have made, what does the cone? So, students are confused what they have to do, what does the cone do? So, actually I am interested to test whether the students are able to apply Archimedes principle to solve certain problem. That is my, you can say that outcome. Outcome is that there is Archimedes principle they know. I want to test based on Archimedes principle whether they are able to determine something or calculate something for a given problem. Now, if that is the objective, if I set this question is okay, but if you see the target, what does the cone do? So, that means students are confused what they have to write. So, when you design a question paper, you must very clear what kind of performance you want from the student. So, instead of giving this, if I forget about the picture may I want the two students to draw the picture, but I can describe this thing in this way, this is the problem description, then I can design this question part by part. So, the students are very clear, and as a teacher I am also very clear what kind of competence is there on the students. So, when you design a question paper, the job of the teacher only test very clearly the outcome, intended outcome from the learner, not to confuse the learner. Sometimes some teachers said, okay, I will design a question paper, nobody can answer it. That is not great job. If that question is doesn't related to the intended outcome of the course, that question does not have any value for the examination system. So, as a teacher, I am not testing the student, I am not say that okay, they will never pass the exam, I will set the question such a way they will never pass the exam. That is not my job. My job is that yes, I want to test whether they achieve the intended goal or not, the goal which I set in the beginning. So, when you design a question paper, you should keep in mind that every question must related to certain outcome. If you develop your course in this framework, which you have to do in the last week of this class, last week assignment, that all of you have to develop the complete course objective or course outcome and at least one test item which will test any one of the objective. If you see this document, so I said course objective, you have written the course objective means course goal or course outcome, we said outcome based objective. So, once you write down the objective, that milestone where the student has to reach, now I have to test or I have to set a test item which will test whether a student has reached the milestone or not. So, what we will do, if you see there is a course level problem. When you click the course level problem, I will design a problem here which will, if the student or a learner able to solve that problem, that I must know any one of the objective or outcome whatever I have written must be satisfied. If I say I am able to solve this problem, then learner should know, yes, I received the course goal 1 and 2. So, that is given for self learning purpose. In the examination, same thing, only learner does not know which objective is related to what. So, only they know if as a teacher I set a questions, I want to test whether they have achieved the intended course goal or not. Now, people may say, okay, suppose I have a 5 outcome and I said 2 of the outcome is cannot be tested in summative assessment. So, I will test by something some assignment or some project, and 3 outcome I design the questions, and for every outcome there will be a questions, or I can test some of the module outcome also in the summative assessment which cater to course outcome by one. But that is good, but I am recommended in design and test item which may not test only one of the objective or only one of the module objective or only one of the course objective. They may scatter to 2-3 objective. So, a test item is possible, can be designed such a way, if a student is able to solve that test item, maybe the objective 1, 2, 3 may be achieved by the students. So, that is why if you see the software, it is an option. If I design a test item here, it may cater to a number of more than one objective. So, I have to choose which objective is scattered. Okay. So, it is not necessarily linear kind of things. Okay, I should design a question paper, 20 marks from recall, 20 marks from derivation, 20 marks from problem solving. Those are not required. I am saying the purpose of the examination system not to provide marks to the students, to certify whether a student has achieved the course goal or not. If it is not, then student must understand, as a teacher I should tell the students, I intended to develop this course goal, but you have not achieved it. That is the purpose for education, not for the marks. So, it is not true that okay, you must design 20 marks from recall, 10 marks everybody should answer. It is not everybody answer. I expect that all of the students of my class should answer 100% correct in that summative assessment, because I have already told that this is your course goal. As a teacher, my expectation is that every student has reached that goal. Every student has reached that goal. Okay? If somebody said classify on your class who is the best student, who is the not that best student, then that is separate issue. That is competency on the skill. How proficient is the learner on a particular skill, I can certify. In that case, I have to conduct a norm reference test and find out the proficiency of the intended course goal. Okay? So, my purpose for when I design a summative assessment system, question paper for the end semester, mid semester, or assign the design and assignment for class test, everything must be catered to particular course goal. It is not that write an essay on something. If it is not mapped to any of the course goal, this question is irrelevant. Explain, suppose I am conducting a question test for B level, let us say the VLSI design course, and I given explain this phenomena. What is the purpose? Is this matched with any one of your COPO? Not. So, if their question paper must reflect the COPO achievement, you write, the student will be able to design an amplifier, and when you take the test, I found none of the questions are catered to design of amplifier, then your claim and your test are not matching. So, question paper when I design, it must cater to the course goal, and it may be distributed to the module goal and course goal. So, I am very sure that whatever I want to develop, I have tested that. So, student cannot complain. Industry may say, okay, this course supposed to develop this skill. If a student get marks A, it should correlate his grade with this skill. Many times we said, write the difference between A and B. Suppose a student write 1 difference, another student write 5 difference, another student write 10 difference. Who will get the highest marks? If you give the highest marks who write the 10 difference, then student A may come and say, you have not said how many difference I have to write. You said write the difference between A and B. I have written the difference. So, your question paper, when you design a question, it should sense a unique sense, not write the basic principle of this thing. You know which is basic. Something is basic to you, may not be basic to some students, or it is not may not be basic to some industry. They said it is not basic. So, do not use those kind of word in question paper, so that it can lead to a some unquantified skill measurement. So, it is specific, measurable, achievable is the outcome. Question also specific, measurable and achievable to test whether a student has reached the outcome or not. Another basic principle is that if you have solved some problem in the class, if you have solved some assignment in the class, do not give the ditto same assignment or problem in the end exam. If you give it, it is nothing but a knowledge level problem. But yes, I am saying it is difficult to implement current scenario, because your big boss may say your question paper is such that none of the students, because you have not given so many marks from explanation, so many marks for memory game, so many marks from assignment, but that is not scientific. You must give 10 marks from this book, 10 marks from this chapter, 10 marks from assignment what you solve, not that. My purpose of assessment is that whether the student has achieved the skill or not. Skill only be tested if it is in new condition. Concept is same, but condition is new. It is not memorized skill. I have to develop the upper cognitive level of the student. It is not for the memory. A student can read for one night and come in the exam hall, give the exam and forgot everything. So, that is nothing but a memory game. That will reduce the student engagement. If a student says that I am able to pass the exam just reading one day before the semester, then why read for the 6 months during the 6 months of the semester? So, I have to ensure that it is not true. They have developed their skill, their ability to solve problem has developed. Okay? Now, I will show you some workout problem which will help the test item analysis, some workout problem, because last day I show you that the tables are not visible. So, let us not multiple choice questions, summative, let us summative. I have a class which has a 15 students in my class, and I take an exam. Each I take an exam with 5 questions, 50 marks, total is 50 marks. So, 5 questions and each questions carry 10 marks. Okay? Now, suppose after the examination I calculate the marks and rank the students. So, 1 to 15 I rank them 1 to 15. Now, if you see 15 students are there. So, what is the upper group size? 15 into let us 0.3, okay. So, 4 0.27. So, it is around 4 students in the upper group and 4 students in the lower group. So, if I say analyze the discriminative index of question number 2. So, upper group 4 student 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the total marks? 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 8. So, I can say upper group marks 8 plus 10 plus 9 plus 8 is equal to 8, 8, 16 plus 10, 26 plus 9, 26 plus 9, 35. Okay. So, what is the total marks by our lower group? 15, 14, 13, 12. So, 3 plus 4 plus 1 plus 0, 3 plus 4 plus 1 plus 0. So, it is 4, 4, 8. This is the upper group R U, this is the lower group R L, total marks. Now, what is DI? DI is how good is the test item to discriminate between the bad students and good students. So, what are the good students marks? 35. What is the bad student marks? 8 divided by what is the total marks? If everybody gets 10, so it is 40. 4 into 10 equal to 27 by 40. This is the DI. So, what is the FB? Facilitation value? FB is equal to 35 plus 8 divided by 8 into 10. So, 35 plus 8, 44 divided by 80. So, I can calculate DI and facilitation value FB, FV. Okay. Similarly, if I say calculate the DI and facilitation value item number 5. So, item number 5 total group upper group marks 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 9, 39. Lower group marks 2 plus 4 plus 4 plus 8. So, 8 plus 2 10. So, 39 FB is 39 plus 10 divided by 80. DI is 39 minus 10 divided by 80. So, I can do like that way. Similarly, if I go for multiple choice questions, suppose there is a 30 students in my class. So, upper group is 30 into 0.27 means around 3 into 3 9 8 students. So, 8 students in the upper group. So, if I say find out the DI of item number 3. So, correct answer is C. So, upper group how many students give the correct answer? 7. Lower group how many students give the correct answer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up to this. So, how many students give the correct answer? C is the correct answer, only 2. So, if the upper group 7 students into 1 marks minus lower group 2 students into 1 marks divided by 8 into 1. So, 7 minus 2 divided by 8, 5 by 8 is the DI. Facilitation value 7 plus 2 divided by 16. Effectiveness of the distractor, if you see item number 3, I have a 4 choice A, B, C, D. Is any one? So, in the lower group 2 students choose D and upper group nobody choose D. So, effectiveness of the distractor is 2 minus 1 divided by 8, 1/4. If you see in this correct answer is what? D. C has chosen anybody, C, D, A all are chosen anybody. if you see the correct answer is C and A, B. So, maybe there will be a questions destructor which not choose by anybody of the lower group. So, that means 0, maybe one student in upper group minus 1 divided by the group, so negative is possible. If nobody has chosen upper group and lower group, effectiveness of destructor is 0. Okay. So, I think you will have covered enough material for assessment and evaluation. Now, you go through the video. If you have any query or any doubt, you just send me the mail. Okay. Thank you.